working through the F minor Prelude by Chopin. So first thing we're going to do, out of the three things we usually do in our practice time, we're going to work on the fingering in this difficult passage that you just heard. So the right hand, it's pretty straightforward, but the left hand, oh boy. So you have to, this is my fingering, there are a million ways to do it. So I've tried not quite a million ways, but a lot of ways. And what worked for me is to remember where my thumb goes, right? Here, B, D, F. So it's a little bit lopsided, but you can. Do not try this legato. Just don't try it. It's just not gonna work. Okay, that's the first thing. So get that fingering the left hand done. Whatever works for you, this might not work, but something else might. And this is the climax of the piece. Of course, you have to make sure that it's done correctly. Now, the next part, of course, is these. So how do we do them cleanly? How do we practice these jumps, right? Just like you would any jump. There it is, right? How do you practice? Right? How do you practice these? So I have always, decades and decades, I've just been practicing them, but we're not there. So let's go back to Chopin. Mephisto waltz another time, okay? So just make sure your hand arrives where it's supposed to, as fast as you can. And you can actually close your eyes and see if it arrives there. And right now I had my eyes closed. It does. Your hands remember the distance, and therefore you don't have to depend as much on the eyes. Your hands can be trusted. And think of these as quarters as well. Such a wonderful passage, very comfortable, right? Again, don't try to think ahead. Think where you are, okay? Just think at that note and nothing more. And it's going to slow it down just to the right speed to where it goes. So on. Oh, it's such a beautiful ending. I don't want to slam too much though, because I'm not sure what it sounds like on the video. All right, next thing and the last thing. So these were two things, right? The passage, the left hand, then these nice jumps that are different from the rest of the etude. And then the last thing, of course, is this. How do we phrase it? What do we do with it, right? So don't do the fate is knocking, but it's an argument, right, between two people, or the man versus nature, or men versus fate, or whatever you want to think of as this is, right? But don't make it too obvious. That's what you should be listening. A little more. The second time. And don't be afraid of these passages, just work on them. Again, fingering is incredibly crucial, especially in this prelude, but make sure that each note is by itself. So don't try to mush them all together. Separate them and let them breathe, and then we can hear each note individually, and it's incredibly powerful. Such an incredible prelude. Enjoy practicing it. Happy practicing.